In the spring of 2023, a quiet engineer at Google's threat intelligence group noticed something strange. Suspicious API calls were mimicking legitimate Google AI services, routing unsuspecting users toward an elaborate counterfeit operation generating over $50 million monthly. She worked alone, poring over traffic logs during late-night shifts at Google's Singapore data center. Her codename became the Outsider. What she uncovered was staggering. A Chinese cybercrime network called Outsider Enterprise had built an industrial-scale fraud machine. For just $200 a month, criminals could subscribe to their phishing software, which used artificial intelligence to instantly generate convincing fake websites impersonating banks, telecom companies, and government agencies. The scale was unprecedented. In a single 5-month period, Google detected over 1.59 million malicious URLs connected to the network. In just 2 weeks, the operators blasted 2.5 million fraudulent text messages to Android users across America. Each message was a trap designed to steal passwords, multi-factor authentication codes, and credit card numbers. The numbers tell a horrifying story. Investigators estimate that at least 3.87 million credit cards were stolen. Total losses approached $1.9 billion, and because the platform used AI to generate fake sites in minutes, the criminals could impersonate any brand, replicate any login page, and pivot their attacks faster than security teams could respond. Outsider Enterprise didn't just use AI to build fake websites. They exploited Google's own Gemini artificial intelligence to create their fraudulent pages, weaponizing the company's own tools against its users. The irony was devastating. The same technology designed to protect people was being used to rob them. The operation relied on a simple but effective playbook. Criminals would purchase advertisements or send text messages directing victims to fake websites that looked identical to real services. When victims entered their credentials, the data was transmitted through the Outsider platform in real time. Within minutes, stolen credit cards were sold on dark web markets. The targeting was precise. Telecom providers, financial institutions, government agencies, retailers, no sector was safe. The criminals even created fake versions of toll collection programs like EasyPass and SunPass, threatening victims with late fees and registration suspension if they didn't pay immediately. Google fought back. Using AI-powered detection tools, the company intercepted over 10 billion scam messages per month. They identified the network's infrastructure, mapped its domains, and traced its operators. But the criminals adapted quickly, shifting servers, rotating domains, and launching new campaigns within hours. Finally, in June 2026, Google took decisive action. The company filed a sweeping lawsuit against Outsider Enterprise, seeking compensatory and punitive damages. The complaint detailed how the network operated for nearly 3 years, targeting millions of victims across 140 countries. The lawsuit exposed the full scope of the operation: 9,000 fake websites, 1 million fraudulent domains, hundreds of thousands of victims, and behind it all, a relatively small group of operators who had industrialized fraud using artificial intelligence as their primary weapon. The Outsider case established a critical precedent. It was among the first major legal actions against an AI-powered cybercrime network. Legislators took notice, recognizing that existing fraud frameworks were designed for simpler times, before artificial intelligence made it possible to generate convincing scams at industrial scale. The engineer who started it all never sought recognition. Her late-night observation of suspicious API traffic became the foundation for dismantling a billion-dollar criminal empire. It proved that even the most sophisticated fraud networks leave traces for those patient enough to follow them. The lesson is clear. As artificial intelligence makes scams cheaper and more convincing, vigilance becomes our most powerful defense. Never click unexpected links, never share authentication codes, and always verify directly with the organization through channels you trust completely. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe. Hit the bell so you never miss the next one. Stay sharp.